So I've started a little project in Valheim where I am transforming a world with my own builds. Placed throughout the world, I have scattered these builds. It is up to you to find out where they are and to explore them and use them to your best abilities. Which builds will you find? Not only mine, but possibly some others. Welcome to my little project. I call it Basics Building World. And welcome to the Tavern build. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is the Basic Builder back in Valheim, bringing you another building video. Today we're going to be building a tavern as requested by a recent viewer of one of my videos. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to start out with the tour of the tavern, and then we'll get into the actual building process. It's going to be a longer video as I tried to slow down the process and really show you kind of what I had done throughout this type of build. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So with this build, let's go ahead and zoom on in. I had called in a good friend, Sarah. Sarah came in and basically decorated this tavern for me. She did a fantastic job, so I'm going to leave her link to her channel in the description below. Please go show her some love. She is a very, very talented Valheim builder, so and a very, very good decorator. As far as the build itself, I built it and I also did the decorations on the outside, but when it comes to interiors, I'm garbage. So yeah, let's go ahead and kind of get in a little bit of an overview of what we basically did with this build. So it is a little bit bigger of a build. It's on a 6x11, and those are 2-meter blocks. So multiply that 6x11, and that will give you your basic foundation of this big rectangle style building. With the landscaping, I wanted to keep it kind of simple because we are out here on a point in this world. So I wanted to kind of keep it to where you can pull your boats in and really just go in, have a nice meal, grab a good mead or something, and enjoy some friendship and along your travels. So that's exactly what we did. So let's go ahead and get started. So out front, we built a nice little fire pit. I think it just kind of complements the build out front and makes it pretty inviting. So here we go. We got some custom stairs going all the way up. They are a little bit bumpy, so watch your step. Moving on into the front porch, we have some nice seating areas. Again, Sarah did all of this, and so yes, please go show her channel some love and watch her videos. Here we are on the inside, and guys, I can tell you this I could have never done. So this is absolutely phenomenal decorating with all the food so heavily just placed in here. I basically told her my idea of what I wanted the interior to kind of look like, and then I said, go at it, free reign. So that's exactly what she did. We have nice tables fully furnished with some food and some meads and all that, and then we have this nice big kind of U-shaped table that will also allow for the cooks or whoever is running this tavern kind of really get in here and then just walk right down this center aisle and feed the guests here at this bar top. So a nice little open kitchen so you can see everything being prepped. We have all the meats stacked up. You got some storage as well, and a nice little bit of kitchen. And then moving on over here, if you're a really special person, you get the little VIP area. So yes, we have a nice little VIP area, and we've got some nice chandeliers which is carried throughout this build. So turned out very, very nice. It's a big open floor plan, very easy to do. Recommend, as you watch the building video, put iron beams in before you start putting all the other beams. And you'll see that throughout the build, and you'll see me kind of struggling with some of the structural integrity. However, it is standing, and again, that's using the iron beams as well. So but yeah, guys, I'm really happy with the way this build turned out, and it is a little bit more of an advanced, complicated build, just due to the fact that I have kind of placed the walls into the center of the foundation pieces. So you'll see that, but if you just follow along, you'll see I use the door trick for a lot of this. Everything lines up in the very end, and you will have yourself a nice little tavern. So guys, that is the end of this tour. There's not much to it. We got just some grounds and all that. I am going to be continuing to build on this world, and I also have some guests that might also be building as well. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and send it on over to the building video. So guys, thank you so much. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That will help me tremendously grow this channel. And thank you for everybody else who's already supporting, including my members. So guys, without further ado, here's the building video. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, guys, so in this part of the video, it seems I have lost some of the footage, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do the tutorial here for you in regards to how I did the walls and everything for this build. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out my foundation pieces as if this were one of the walls in the build. So I'm just going to lay it out kind of like I did in the video with that. So this is essentially the layout of the walls and everything for the build. So first things I want to do though is I want to get the center of this stone. So in order to do that, we're going to take the wooden door and then we're going to go ahead and place it on the corner 3, so bottom corner 3. So once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and then take my wooden pole, whichever wooden beam you want to use, and you're going to go ahead and snap it to this far corner of the door. And then we can go ahead and get rid of the door. Now to get the center part of the stone, we'll go ahead and rotate this again. And we're going to go ahead and bottom corner 4 and snap it to that wooden beam. And then we're going to go ahead and place that beam in just like that. So you're going to do that on every single one of these stone columns. So let's go ahead. We're going to do bottom corner. You can do bottom corner 2. Works. Put it there. All we're wanting to do is just make sure we get the center point of these columns. And we want to do bottom corner 4, but we want to be like that. So again, just get your corners snapped to the correct location on each one of these, and then you will have what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly. And then go from there and there, and that will take care of that, that, and that. So that did not do it right. Try that again. There, delete, there, and then there we go. Now we got it. All right, let's continue this a little bit more. So and then once we get this done, I will go ahead and show you how I put the walls in. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but we just want to make sure that we do this and we do this right. So we'll go ahead and do this just like we've been doing. There we go, and then snap it in. So this is always going to give you the center point of your 1 meter by 1 meter stone. These doors are very handy. I used to not use these in my builds, but as of recent, I have started using these more and more to get some more details added to my building. So there we go. All right, so this is what you should have at this point. So you'll have your main floor, then you'll have kind of just like this little elevated area where your windows will be. Okay. So from there, we're just going to go ahead and start connecting these up like so. Bring this all the way across, and then the last one should be just a 1 meter like that. All right, from what I did in the build and on the walls is from there, we're going to go ahead and take whichever piece you would like to use. But for this one, I'm going to use these. And we're just basically going to just snap these in just like that. So, and then from there, you can just fill it in with whatever wall piece. In the video, you'll see that I used this piece here quite often. And then let's go ahead and put it there. And then what I did on top of that was put in this to kind of have a nice little border. And then I used the normal wood. I think the combination of those three, the really, really dark ash wood, the ash wood walls, and then the normal wood walls, it fits very, very nice. So let's do this one more time, and this will kind of give you the general idea of how I laid these walls out. Now, you can use any building piece you would like. You do not have to use this combination in this build, but if you do, awesome. But if you don't, awesome. So essentially that is how it looks and how I did the walls in the tavern. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you this since I lost the footage of me actually putting the walls in on the build. So I'm going to add this in so you can kind of see how it was actually done, and then use your imagination and just let it run wild in your build if you're following along to build this tavern. And then we're going to go ahead and continue on to the second floor, as well as doing the roof and everything. So it gets a little bit more complicated. And then we will one more thing actually before we do that. I'm going to show you also later on in the video, you'll see how I did the columns, but I'm going to go ahead and do that for you as well. Let's just do that tutorial also. Let's go ahead and grab, again, the same as like this, but this one's going to get a little bit more complicated. So because we're taking your beams 1, 2, 3, and 4, I wanted them to be all equal. So what we're going to do is we're going to snap here. Just like we did to start the wall piece, but instead of snapping on this corner, we're going to snap it into the middle. Okay, so what that's going to do is offset it just a little bit. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, but instead we're going to snap that in the middle of the beam. And then from there, we're just going to snap that in like so. So now that's going to give us a nice even around the corner where it's not actually sitting on the corner. So to do that for the next one, again, we're going to do the same exact thing that we just did here, but we want to do it on this corner there. So let's go ahead just like so. Just gotta make sure you work your snapping points all around till you get the right location. All right, so you again do the same exact thing. We're going to go ahead and snap just like that. And then last but not least, snap it in like so. So now we have even spacing all the way around. And this is exactly what I did and used for the columns on the front porch. And I think they turned out really, really nice. So again, snapping points definitely gives you more freedom to build, and it allows you to add a little bit more depth into your build. So if you're not using snapping points at this time, or if you're afraid or anything like that, don't be afraid. Just experiment with them. Everything will be just fine. So let's see if we can get this last snapping point in, and we can do it with that. And then let's go ahead and, because we're trying to snap it to that, so this one's going to get a little bit more tricky. So let's come from this side, and there we go. So we got it in, and now we're just going to take this door and snap it to the middle of the door, and voila. So that's what you would do on the columns, and then you just raise them up. And so that is how you get a perfectly square column with the little gaps in between. If you want to add stuff to those gaps, you can, to maybe lighten it up or however you want to do it. So that is how I also did the front porch columns that you'll see later on in the video. But I wanted to just take this opportunity to really break it down and show you exactly how I did both the walls and the columns for the front porch. So without further ado, let's get back into the video.